And good evening, everyone. We're here at the top of Partners Hall. My name is Brad. I'm the station manager here. And once again, I'm very excited and psyched to welcome our friends of the station back, Greg Connors Music. Welcome back, everyone. We really appreciate you. And the trifecta of their band is complete tonight as Nick Attila has joined us in the studio. And before we get started, I just want to ask Nick a couple of questions because he plays the violin, which is one of my favorite sounds out there. How'd you get started, Nick? First, welcome to the station. How'd you get started with the violin?
Thanks very much. Yeah, no, I started playing the violin when I had heard a couple of gypsy bands, Hungarian gypsy groups. So, when I finally got to go to Hungary when I was like just turned 9, I got to, when I saw these pre-moshes, okay, that's like the first violinist of the group doing this fancy, gypsy music. I saw the money in the bow hair, and I'm like, that's what I want to do. Play for money and have a good time.
Yeah.
But then, music was always a part of my heart anyway, so it wasn't, just money driven.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's neat. And if you want to talk about the violin that you have here tonight, too, for people who missed that.
Yeah, I actually brought my violin that's made by Hannibal Fagnola. It's a 1928, and it's really, I'm very lucky to have it.
Yeah.
I got it about 4 years ago at an estate sale. And the owners of the violin really wanted it to go to a player, so they gave me
a
mega discount.
Yeah, that's a neat story, and I guess that compels you to take a lot, really good care of it.
Yeah, it's got its own pajama bag and all that.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
What, as opposed to somebody putting it in a display case or something?
Yeah, they do better when they're played than when they're sitting there.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're here, Nick, to complete the band here tonight, and they're gonna do we're gonna talk about. They have a new song out, which you guys can get digitally, and I recommend you guys do. I actually heard it earlier. I tested it out when they sent it, and it's really good. I recommend you guys check that out. But they're going to do a lot of performing tonight, which is exciting for me. That's my favorite part. And the first song they're going to play is February 10th, I believe, right?
That's right.
Yeah, if you want to talk kind of the inspiration around February 10th. That's a very specific, name and title to that.
Yeah. And I think of it every year at about that time. It was I was living in Atlanta. I was working at this place called Kavarna Cafe in Decatur, and it was February 10th, and it was a Sunday night, and I was getting off work. And it's funny too because there's a lot of. Did Edward Hopper live around here, or was there just a?
Yeah, there's a Hopper house right downtown.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
So I mentioned him in it, and there's a lot. There's a lot of different images going on. There's something about realizing I have a lot of the similar problems that I had as when I was a teenager.
Yep.
Like just conditioning. And, sort of, but enjoying them.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, and but then I guess the song sort of makes me realize that everybody is like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different sort of social topics.
Cool.
It's a topical song.
Cool. Edward Hopper's in it too. That's a big name around here. They have tours downtown. I've never done it, but they do a lot of stuff with that.
I that surprised me. I love Edward Hopper.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so guys, this is February 10th, and once again, this is Greg Connors Band. Take it away, guys.
Thank you. Offset my lion's den, don't fret. My regrets doing push-ups while I'm throwing dice and saying set 'em up on my head. We'll run riot. Don't barter, just buy it. Tying in with trim lines, Edward Hopper signing. Yes, I'm sober, trying not to put myself through the ringer. Wire the planet if the shoe fit. If the shoe fit, I destroyed it while I was wearing it well. Resistance. February 10, a Sunday, 11:30 instant replay. 16 young, dumb and daring, still wearing the same things. Growing thin, pushing 10 early on, he won Billy Bob Thornton. The lifetime of a killer, duly arranging one-way winter. Still at fault here where it's warm. short circuit the falling, split the difference with the endeavor. Why learn to say never, plenty who will say it for you. Not even cleverly, you wanted me to be you, but somehow more faithful and true. February 10, a Sunday, 11:30 instant replay. 16 young, dumb and daring, still wearing the same things. Onion skin, fake taser, acclaimed your story much more than words. To bully being curd and a heroine, you save face, but you could never replace. And replace your cadence and your affect and your blind as a bat. Still singing and swinging and interpreting, should have learned a candle in the dark. February 10, a Sunday, 11:30 instant replay. 16 young, dumb and daring, swear I'm still wearing the same things. February 10, a Sunday, 11:30 instant replay.
That was really good, guys.
Really, really good. I love that. Sounded all great together. It actually sounded really good too.
Yeah,
The
it sounded
headphones.
good in the-
Yeah,
nice-
no, it did sound
nice
great in the
mix.
headphones.
Wow.
Um,
Fantastic.
and we're gonna jump right into there. If you want to talk a little bit about this new song you got out, it's "Standing Still in Motion," correct?
That's right.
Yeah, it's really good. If you want to talk quickly about it, and then we'll play it. We have the WAV file here, great quality. If you want to talk about inspiration behind that.
I was feeling a new song coming on. I tried. It's kind of a collage of a few different things. It's a lot about recognizing things are moving and you're producing things even though you feel like nothing is happening, and you feel like there's 5 steps back after feeling some sort of elation and the frustration of that. But then it's about also a lot of really sweet things in life, and there's elements of it from different songs that I borrowed from songs everybody knows,
Yeah.
as well as my own songs. There's some regurgitation involved and
That everybody knows.
yeah. So
I like the title, "Standing Still in Motion."
Thank you.
Creative.
Thank you. Yeah, and our friend Greg out in France, who helps us out with social media stuff, he came up with a cool image for it that's sort of stamped with these gas stations. That's
cool.
what I was thinking. The old gas station,
Yeah.
for some reason, seems.
That's right, like the fuel in a car that's standing still while you're driving.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good way of looking at it.
And
yeah.
those old guys who sit at the gas stations in the South and
Yeah.
have great stories.
Yeah, that imagery, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're.
Well, without further ado, guys, this first time playing at our station. We're excited. This is "Standing Still in Motion" from Greg Connors Music.
Little by little, you write the riddle. You tickle the feather, then question the order. It was now or never, couldn't stop forever. From my halo, I've strayed. Two sharpened horns and hooves. They ought to look both ways. See the stagnant moves on brightly dim. You don't demand, and you don't go away. You sit in my hand, and you're not in the way. Don't wanna strangle what comes, what may. Tell me what's already known. Gritty hourglass glances, a reluctant clone. As you take their chances on brightly dim. Turning the key to my room with a helmet's plume. Does the profile of a ladder disguise the matter? You pass time like a sailor and you curse just like a timer. I passed you up and then you panned me. Such a boringly cliche story. Then you left with all my candy, chewing quietly in the quarry on brightly dim.
And good evening,
He's no fool.
and welcome back, everyone, to the top of Pardon Tall. My name is Brad. I'm the station manager here, and again, we are pleased if you're just joining us to be joined by Greg Connor's Music. They're great. They're great live, which I think is a real litmus test for talented musicians. And speaking of talented and different things that they're working on, you guys are once again going to be at our cafe, correct?
Yeah, they've been so gracious with letting
It's a great
us
place.
come back and do this stuff and giving us food and making a nice environment. Great coffee. Nick films us, and Scott has a very elegant tip jar that he puts out
That's
for
awesome.
us. And so yeah, we have a good old time there, and we're playing there tomorrow night at about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think I saw 9 to 11 on the flyer, too. It's
That's
on our
right.
social media. Yeah, that's a great, our cafe, just a great vibe there.
It
too.
is.
Kinda like-
It is.
A lot of our students go there, and we even actually have students that work there.
Is that right?
So there's some ties there, yeah.
Yeah, well, even somebody helped me out. Like, actually, the last show we played, my truck broke down, and one of
Yeah.
the staff stayed behind for hours,
Wow.
making sure that we got on our
Yeah,
way.
not all the
they
not everybody
did?
would do that, right?
That's
You know what I mean?
amazing.
Like, not-
3 hours after closing.
Yeah.
And that's so stressful because it's got a Nyack's interesting. It's it holds its own, but then from getting back to South Salem, for instance, or something, it feels like you're miles from
It's
nowhere,
only
right?
An hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was probably nice to have somebody helping you out.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, and they're going to perform a couple of songs now.
Yeah.
First one will be Savage Samaritan, and that will be followed by She's Talented. Now, if you want to jump right into it,
Yeah,
you want to
we'll
introduce them, you can jump
Well,
right
let's
in.
see, Savage Samaritan here. This is, you know, I haven't always really had it together too well in terms of getting a real job or things with insurance and paying bills on time or creating normal conversation or anything. So it winds up making me sort of susceptible to these people who, in quotes, want to help me, you know? And
I see.
So it's kind of sometimes when you're sort of dependent on others, your help, people's help can be kind of a double-edged sword, either in enabling you to not, you know, pull it together in a practical sense, or there's not everybody really has your best interest at heart.
Yeah, I think there'd be vulnerability there, right?
Absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, and then I got to look at my part in it also.
Yeah.
You know, I put myself out there. I'm the one who. So there's it was like this summer, and it was this wonderful place. These people were, in quotes, helping me, and there's a pool and a nice yard and a lake and this odd couple, and yeah, it was very. It went on, and I kind of wrote a song about it, and then I didn't realize that I'd basically written it about them, and we were sitting out on the back porch, and it was very awkward, me being this strange third wheel at this couple, and I said, oh, well, here, how about this song? Check this out, and it didn't occur to me that it was basically a biography of them, and then I started singing it, and I was like looking at them, and I was like, oh, man, whoa, I just noticed this. And then I just think I started making something else up because it was uncanny. I just realized it was uncanny.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about other bands who have more expensive guitars than I did.
Oh, okay.
They taught me a lesson. They gave me a little
Savage Samaritan.
Yeah, they gave me a little covert jab.
Yeah.
They're like
The little subtle.
Yeah. They're like, that Eagles cover band we saw last night, they had really nice equipment. And I was like, all right, guys.
They added a couple more words to that.
yeah.
So, guys, it's going to be Savage Samaritans, and after that, they're going to play She's Talented. Whenever you're ready, guys, go for it.
Okay, terrific. Thanks, Brad. So it goes. Away, animated talks with a barrel in their mouth. He paid the ransom and he saved the girl so they could watch the deal go south. They made their rounds, all expenses paid, to places they never were. Whether they came or whether they went, well, really no one was sure. You hope you won't, you know you will. You can't move on and you can't sit still. Mining for repairs, leaves and glass in your hair again. Savage Samaritan. Kinda like Bin Laden. So they cashed out their IRAs, they went MIA. They they let the spinning plates drop. It's only a test, another overnight guest. John Coltrane and a mop, cursing the scene. She's like, yeah, I too do lean on what may or may not offend. She's up and down, she's all around. He swore the staring would never end. You hope you won't, and you know you will. You can't move on, and you can't sit still. Mining for repairs, leaves and glass in your hair again. Savage Samaritan, like Alice and Florence Henderson. La 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 la.
Another great tune, guys.
I really like the lyrics to that one.
Thank you.
Really like the lyrics to that one. That was a really good tune. They're gonna keep it rolling, guys. They're gonna play "She's Talented" now.
She's talented. We were at my friend Joe and I were talking to some guy at the Buddies, which is a little mini franchise in Atlanta, Georgia. And there's this guy, David, outside, and he was like, yeah, I had finished the gig being Sean Mullins' sound guy, and then we went to the Tori Amos show. She's so talented. And then we were trying to talk about anything else, and he just kept talking about how talented Tori Amos was. And I mean, yes.
She is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, he was on a jag, and then Tori Amos, I've had to, you know, accept the fact that I will never be Tori Amos. So that's about that process.
We love you just the way
yeah. Tori Amos will never be Greg Connors. Right?
Wow, Brad, I gotta.
Yeah.
Can I come back here tomorrow?
yeah, just look at the view.
Sometimes it feels like I'm trying to write the last page of words for the first time. Other times it's like a movie scene. Someone says, hey, let's do another take just in case the last one seems out of place. I don't know, do something. But maybe things are just passing me by too quickly. to dote upon. Should have checked my perception at the door. Like a coat, conveniently lost my ticket. Borrow one for the night, fasten its seatbelts. Head on with the truck. Till it says what I want it to say. Make it feel like it's doing something. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Man, you weren't supposed to see that part. Apart from an explanation. A rusted colander underneath the thoughts, mingling somewhere in between us. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not. Somewhere we're not, somewhere we're not.
Sounds great as always, guys.
Thank you.
I want to ask you mainly about social media because that's such a huge thing right now.
It is.
Getting like your name out there, pointing people to the website. I know you're very active on there. If you guys can talk about just everything that's out there that you guys have, like all the platforms that we can find your music for people who out there that want to learn more.
Yeah, it's let's see. So it's there's Greg Connor's music stuff comes up. Nick Attila here, he has a YouTube page where it has a ton of videos, our live performances. He's really he's recorded and he's Jimi Hendrix to this whole Greg Connor's music live thing. And so there's a lot on there. People seem to like it.
Yeah, visual. I could see people do like the visual.
Yeah,
like,
I love the visual.
Yeah.
When we do the shows, people always checking in. You know, as the subscriber list grows, you know, people like it's getting crazy at this point.
Yeah.
We're like 1,000 subscribers already on the channel, and you know, every time a new show comes out, everybody's like on it. It's like it's a big difference. So if anybody,
helps you guys a lot too, like just the exposure, and then they enjoy it.
And we did a webcast actually the last time at Art Cafe.
Oh, that's cool.
And just so many people queued in, and we had at least like 100 people.
Yeah,
is that right?
The show hasn't happened yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's like a lag. It's a funny. You know, we're just kind of
7 seconds.
troubling things. You know, we're trying to figure out what works, sort of throwing it at the wall. I don't know, there are, of course, people one could hire who claim to know exactly how to handle this and when certain rhythms of people listening, when we could peak at our most high popularity in plugging ourselves at this particular time in this particular media. But I don't, we're kind of on our own. We've got this Five Roses Press kind of helping us with some things, Greg in France. But
yeah, that's neat. If you could talk about Greg and France, I'm just curious about that. Like, that's neat. You just have a friend that does. Like,
well, he worked with.
It's kind of neat to have somebody in France.
With, Joseph Arthur's fan page, and it's Greg Masclet. I've never heard him pronounce it, but he probably makes it sound a lot prettier than Greg Masclet, just because I'm an American, so I don't probably say it right. But he was from Joseph Arthur's camp. His fan page called lonelyastronauts.com.
Well, I've seen, when I looked, there's a lot of that out there with you.
Yeah, he's been helping us out, and then
he
does a lot of artwork. He sort of has this little, he very well has helped me in a way that I don't necessarily always have, because I have to work jobs and stuff.
Yeah, on time to do,
So it's like trying to be publicist hat and book and look cool at the same time, or look like whatever we're supposed to look like. So he's handled. It's nice to kind of be able to let someone else take the reins.
Of course.
But it's a tricky thing, like how to, I kind of said, am I just that guy, that musician that's always like, come to the show, and listen to this, because it gets frustrating because all that goes into writing, recording, coming out with this thing, and then I'll post it on Facebook, and it's it's like 3 likes. And
I see. Yeah.
But then there's somebody shares to my timeline a blurry picture of me from 1996, drinking a beer way in the background, and everybody's like that gets hundreds of likes. So I don't know what floats people's boats exactly, or if it's in the meantime we're just trying to do something honest here.
Well, you're making music, right?
Yeah.
And then whoever wants to come out and enjoy it can enjoy it, get word out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're creating stuff.
Yeah, so they're out there, guys. They're it's pretty easy to find their stuff out there. When we were doing research on you guys, you guys have a lot out there, which is good. I think that's kind of half the battle. Get your name out there.
Just being
in
present.
1 year,
present is a good word. To just make sure you're there, and
so that it's if somebody's interested, they can find us.
Find the stuff.
It's a funny culture.
I just gotta say, G.I. Joe, it's half the battle.
Yeah, there you go. That's Scott Fragala there. The large bass in here. What's that? You call that the double bass? Yeah, double bass. I've heard stand up. Yeah, half the battle. There you go.
Half the battle is carrying the instrument to the gig.
Yeah.
Where do you think that came from, Scott?
What?
With that, who? Who was the
bass?
Good question. Yeah.
Well, it's German.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Frechner.
There you go. They made bows too, and the violin bows are pretty pricey actually. Not as pricey as that bass though.
I'm even saying it wrong.
Frechner, yeah.
French.
H.R. Frechner.
Yes, I guess there's so many stories with these instruments, right?
Oh yeah, that's a whole world
about.
unto itself.
Yeah.
Every instrument, buyer goes to auction to look for, a wide array of instruments out there. They can go up to millions of dollars. That's the crazy part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, it's up to you if you want to do another song or two. If you guys want to play a couple of songs, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Do you want to try that Robin Hitchcock song?
Okay.
This is something we were working on the other day. It's Robin Hitchcock's been a big influence of mine. And there's this song called Flanagan's Song, and it kind of works to my life right now. I think.
Go for it.
And then while we're doing this, if we can multitask and think about what we should do next, and then we'll praise ourselves and tell everybody to go on social media and move from there. And
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, that's true.
We
Maybe
should
do a
do
couple
4
of songs, and then mention upcoming events. Talk about our cafe again.
That's
for
great.
people who joined in late.
that's terrific.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Okay. And we have Nick here on violin tonight. He plays many different things, of course. And this is Scott Fergala playing double bass. He also plays many things. And I'm Greg Connors. And Brad, this is so nice of you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Our pleasure.
All the young girls looked like ravens as they flutter around the pool, and they stare at their reflections in the shadows of men's drool. I could look out there forever. Forever has no holes. Through the windows of eternity, I watch the passing souls. Now this party's over. The bells are ringing themselves. I'm going home. She was standing on the table with a message on her skin. I'm a look right to her eyes, but I could not see it. I have loved you from a distance, loved you from up close, like a tiny frog that weeps. I nestle in your coat, and now this party's over. The bells are ringing themselves, and I'm going home. Take it home. I'm going home.
Woo! Another good one.
Yeah.
You guys got it. Woo! I don't know if you want to do one last one or if you're spent.
Should we?
What do you want to do?
Should we go out on Philip Seymour?
Yeah, tell us
I gotta get centered.
Yeah, no, take your time.
All right.
Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, and then we. What you liked, you can hear again tomorrow at Art Cafe. At 9 o'clock. Went to see that band and they just kept tuning.
What about the AC?
Like this drunken director who's got them past mad. I'm giving up all hope, but it's not sad. The paper trail ended, and the trash cans were full. I woke up this morning by the sun, and I'm going back down by the moon's pull. Try and make it work, or at least not worse. Can I make it work? Or at least not worse? Philip Seymour, what you going to do that for? Super Bowl Sunday, hopeless state of mind and body, and I'll try and make it work. Or at least not worse. Can I make it work? Or at least not worse? The last shall be first, the first shall be last. I'm giving up hope for a brighter past. The blue gray skies pushing the sun down among a tree. I know that they recognize me, but I don't know what she sees. Can I make it work? Or at least not worse? Can I make it work? Or at least not worse? Philip Seymour, what you going to do that for? Super Bowl Sunday, hopeless state of mind and body, and I'll try and make it work, or at least not worse. Can I make it work, or at least not worse? Make it work. Coming back up off the ropes, the die's been cast, and I'm giving up hope for a brighter past. Can I make it work? Or at least not worse? I'll try and make it work, try and make it work, or at least not worse. Can I make it work?
Good way to end it, guys. That was really good. And make sure tomorrow night, 9 to 11, right? Art Cafe, I believe is what it said.
Yes.
Yeah.
9 to 11.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing on the flyer there.
Be a party.
Yeah, good times over there. Good times over there. And yeah, come on out and see us. And look us up. Pretty much Greg Connor's music. Some stuff comes up. And Nick Attila, his YouTube page.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Yeah,
that one I didn't see yet.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's some videos that we shot for stuff that's on our Caught Up EP. Also,
Cool.
Where's My Windfall? There's a nice video for that we did. Greg actually made this sort of a photo imagery video for our song Jail that's kind of cool.
I see.
It's relaxing while the song is sonically intense. There's something about these relaxing pictures of jail. It's kind of simply brilliant in a certain way. But thank you for having us.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll blast.
much.
What we'll do, guys, too, is we'll end. I have your EP here, so we'll end with More Close and More Strange.
Oh,
CD.
cool. Yeah, nice
You guys
one.
are leaving. Yeah.
Nice
So once again, guys, check them out. Greg Connor's music, friends of the station. Welcome back anytime, guys.
Thank you.
You're listening to WNYK 88.7 FM Warrior Radio.
Missing the pickup, he whizzed by the arrivals. He doubled down before he left. Altogether consumed with his survival and the degree of his bereft. I used to see him in town. Now he's never around. Stranger gets closer than stranger. More close than more strange. He was the most fashionable client in rehab. He was a popular guy. He laughed at my stories about evading the bar tabs. He put his arms around me when I'd cry. I used to see him in town, but now he's never around. Stranger gets closer than stranger. More close than more strange. Yeah, hey. Cat noise, cackle. Ha ha Asks me my age when I'm talking to a young girl. I said I'm too old to recall. Then he does engage me about some song I did. He said the pain didn't hurt at all. I used to see him in town. Now he's never around. Stranger gets closer than stranger. close and more strange.